In the initial scene of the film, an anonymous, profoundly gifted and prepared female professional killer enters a corridor. She kills various individuals with her weapon and blades. She then goes into a room where she sees the supervisor named Park, and kills every one of the colleagues and the manager utilizing her battle capacity. Notwithstanding, as she attempts to make her break, she is encircled by cops. She grins a troubling grin. The professional killer is displayed in a room in an anonymous office. She is tranquilized and is given plastic medical procedure. While recovering, she has a flashback showing an anonymous man with a mustache attempting to revive her after a breath-holding exercise. He is calling her Sook-hee. The office ends up being important for South Korea's knowledge organization and is controlled by a lady named Kwon-sook. Kwon-sook tells Sook-hee that to give her another beginning, the organization has faked her demise. Kwon-sook tells her they have given her another character and name, Cha Yeon-soo. Yeon-soo says she couldn't care less and needs to pass on. Kwon-sook tells Yeon-soo she is pregnant. Kwon-sook offers her an arrangement: train with her as a specialist, fill in as a specialist, and she will have opportunity following 10 years of administration. Yeon-soo acknowledges, and keeping in mind that in preparing, brings forth a girl, Eun-hye. Still at the office, Yeon-soo is having a methodology to eliminate a tattoo from her shoulder, and keeping in mind that this is going on, she has a flashback to the anonymous man with a mustache giving her the shoulder tattoo when she was 20-year-old Sook-hee. Another flashback happens and we again see 20-year-old Sook-hee as a profoundly talented and prepared professional killer attempting to kill an anonymous man with yellow teeth. Sook-hee is caught, and keeping in mind that beating her, the anonymous man with yellow teeth tells her he didn't kill her dad. Ultimately, the anonymous man with a mustache shows up and shoots the anonymous man with yellow teeth and liberates Sook-hee. The flashback proceeds and we see Sook-hee as an 8-year-old being prepared to stack a gun by the anonymous man with a mustache. The anonymous man with a mustache tells the youthful Sook-hee to commit her life as a professional killer to him. Kwon-sook gives Yeon-soo an organizer with the data for her first task. At the point when she kills the objective she admires, see a little kid on the steps. This triggers a flashback to 7-year-old Sook-hee seeing her dad killed. Sook-hee is concealing under a bed and doesn't get a glance at the executioner's face, she just hears him whistling a ghostly tune. At the point when a man returns into the room, we are shown that this individual is Jang Chun, the anonymous man with yellow teeth. Jang Chun was a companion of Sook-hee's dad. Her dad had taken a precious stone. Jang Chun sells Sook-hee to a prostitution ring. Sook-hee is going to be effectively assaulted by a prostitution client when the anonymous man with a mustache shows up and salvages her. We become familiar with he goes by Lee Joong-sang. Furthermore, we figure out how it came about that Joong-sang prepared Sook-hee to be this killing machine and why she is so dedicated to him. Having finished her most memorable task, Yeon-soo is set free from the office and will keep on working for the organization from her own loft that she imparts to her little girl Eun-hye. Obscure to Yeon-soo, Kwon-sook has put a male specialist in the loft next to Yeon-soo's condo. He goes by Hyun-soo and he is to become friends with Yeon-soo and watch her. After a couple of gatherings with one another, Yeon-soo asks out Hyun-soo. While seeing Hyun-soo's tie, it helps Yeon-soo to remember a tie she provided for Joong-sang. It is uncovered in flashbacks that Sook-hee and Joong-sang had gotten hitched. We learn in a flashback that the marriage was not something similar for Joong-sang as it was for Sook-hee. We discover that Sook-hee says that she will relinquish her hunger for vengeance on the off chance that she can get hitched and carry on with a typical life. Joong-sang sees that his prepared professional killer would never again be very useful, so he sets up a demonstration. He organizes a wedding with her and pays individuals to go to the wedding, and keeping in mind that on their special night, he fakes saving a gangster called Choi Chun-mo and stages his own passing. At the point when Sook-hee hears he is dead, she flies off the handle and goes on a killing frenzy and takes out the entire pack, who she believes is behind Joong-sang's passing. Joong-sang has wiped out his adversaries and Joong-sang expects Sook-hee to be killed in light of her fury and the sheer quantities of the group. In any case, they are no match. This is the initial scene of the film. While on a mission along with Minju, a cohort from the office, Hyun-soo is found taking a telephone, and in the following battle, Minju is killed. The data from the telephone has reports about Choi Chun-mo, and the office is concerned that since Hyun-soo knew him, she might be a twofold specialist. Hyun-soo solaces Hyun-soo and this unites them. Hyun-soo keeps on living at the condo and the office has calculated their next focus for her. The office believes that should do a death from a wedding providing food organization, so chooses to orchestrate a wedding between Hyun-soo and Hyun-soo. In a callback to the prior story, the organization pays individuals to go to the wedding and Hyun-soo in her wedding outfit points a rifle through a window to her objective, who she sees through the rifle extension is Joong-sang. She can't kill him, stunned that he's as yet alive. Joong-sang backtracks the area from which the shots come and distinguishes Hyun-soo as Sook-hee from the wedding photographs. He connects with Hyun-soo to check that it is really her. He tapes a discussion of the organization and sends it to Hyun-soo. The discussion uncovers that Hyun-soo is really a spy. She turns on the organization. The office arrests Hyun-soo. In the meantime, Joong-sang's group gets to Hyun-soo and Hyun-hye. Hyun-soo attempts to tell Joong-sang, on the telephone, that Hyun-hye is, as a matter of fact, Joong-sang's little girl, expecting all the killing to stop. Joong-sang could do without the young lady and tells Hyun-soo to kill the youngster in return for his own life. Hyun-soo attempts to battle the posse, however is thumped oblivious and left with the young lady and a bomb. Joong-sang organizes a salvage of Hyun-soo from the organization's guardianship. As she contacts her condo, she looks as the bomb goes off and Hyun-soo and her girl both bite the dust. She believes it's crafted by the organization. She goes to face Kwon-suk, however Kwon-suk has news for her. Hyun-soo had tracked down Jang Chun, the anonymous man with yellow teeth, and got to know it all. This interview was recorded on reconnaissance tape. Kwon-suk plays the tape for Hyun-soo. Hyun-soo is consumed with retribution. Hyun-soo finds Joong-sang and his group to a parking structure. She kills all the gangsters in the carport and faces Joong-sang. According to she, "How is it that you could do this to me?" He says, "I have that honor. Since I made you." She answers, "Let me show you what you made me into." Lee Joong-sang breaks to the road and meets his excess gangsters and they hurry off in a traveler transport. Hyun-soo pursues them. She gets up to speed to the transport, sheets the transport, crashes the transport, lastly has a hatchet over Joong-sang's head. He puts his head down and starts whistling a spooky tune. She tomahawks Joong-sang in the head prior to leaving the destruction with the police encompassing her, and grins a dismal grin.